Or I wonder, do we risk it? Do we, if the deer's been taken down by a wolf, do we risk trying to take down that wolf without the protection of a torch? Let's have another try. Ooh, we hit it. We hurt it. In theory, that should be enough to kill it. G'day, Japs, back again. We are. And so I'm through the tunnel now. Where are we? 6 hours of daylight left. Kind of hungry. Let's smash something quickly. So we're kind of hungry. 6 hours of daylight, you might think that's not a huge amount of time, but I know there's a cave out there now, so I'm not too concerned. Worst case scenario, we'll be able to survive the night, but I think we can make it back pretty easily. So we should be able to make it back to the dam. Then we can do our bow and arrows, and then we're going to do a little hunting today. I'm in full video production mode today, so it's only -1 degree, so we're okay. Full video production mode today, and this is when having 2 PCs is really coming into its own. I've got a sort of YouTube production, almost like a factory line going on today. So I've got the PC in the living room processing episode, I think it's 7 now. So that PC is processing that episode for you, while I can come back onto the new PC in the other room and record at 60 frames per second without any kind of frame rate drop. Because as I used to, if I was processing a video and recording at the same time, I would see some pretty serious... I'm curious what's up here. I would see some pretty serious performance issues. And so at the same time as doing that, I also have a home network, and I'm transferring the last 2 episodes worth of gameplay footage and voice recordings over to the production PC, which is in the living room at the same time. So I'm transferring files over the network, ready to be processed. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's the way we came. At the same time as processing video, at the same time as recording. And I can do all this because I have 2 PCs now, and it's a game changer. It really is. It's fantastic, and I'm really glad that I actually set all this up now. It's when it's coming into its own. I still have my big list of content to do, so this is still Sunday when I'm recording this. I'm still doing it in one go, pretty much. So I'm only going to record maybe this one and maybe one more, depending on how exciting it is and what happens. And then that's it. I'm really going to have to pause this series for the moment while I go and produce some other content to mix up the stuff I'm publishing on the channel. It's interesting that it almost looks like a path there, doesn't it? I wonder what's up there. Not a lot, I imagine. So there's a wolf. Now that wolf is eating a rabbit. I can see it. I reckon I'm going to take him because we're close to home now. It's worth getting the pelts. I'm curious where this goes. That really does look like a path up there, doesn't it? But let's take this wolf while we have the chance. We do want those rabbit skin for the want that for the gloves. And I still have those 2 arrows left, remember, so we can afford to do this. Right, he's seen us. Oops, not that. That's the gun I'm just taking back to the dam. I don't intend to actually use it. Right, so I'm going to leave those. I think I've just made this area safe as well, so I don't need to worry anymore. You can see this gun, I haven't actually loaded it at all. I'm just carrying it back. And we still have this, we have 1 arrow left. So that find, the bow and arrows, that find was really very good for us. So let's just see what's up here. We can see, if we just look at that dam, you can see that there is no way to get onto that right hand side there, apart from crossing the ledge, so that's what we're going to have to do. There's no way around it. It's a clever little design, because it adds that little bit of excitement. Well, this is where we normally come down, isn't it? Oh, this is the way we need to come. Ah. Okay, I thought this might have been a separate path. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it's just another way to get down. Let's have a look. Or is this the path? I'm confused because the way to get down to the river normally. Well, this is a separate little bit. Interesting. Very interesting. It's just a secret little body here. And I guess they will randomize what spawns here too with this body. I'm gonna leave that. We have. I'll take that. Why not? We're close to home. Huh, interesting. So you can't climb up here from there, but you can come back down the other way. It's a clever little design. So let's see. Excuse me if I'm a bit sniffy, by the way. The weather's turning in Melbourne and lots of people are sick, but I don't think that's what's up with me. I think that I'll have to see if you actually experience this, if you actually know what I'm talking about. Yes, we can get our hide. And I'm going to take the gut, because we're going to need lots of guts now to make our clothes. So that should be enough. Ooh, 4 hours of daylight. We're okay. Weather just turned though. We want our guts as well. Let's take it. Let's hope it doesn't get too dark. Miserable. It's okay, it's just overcast. Okay, we're okay. I did leave the meat. That's mostly because of time. I could get the meat, but we do have plenty of food. I really just need to drop some weight before I start adding more, I think. And because we don't have that much time left, I don't want to take the risk of collecting some meat and then the weather turning on us. Let's just get back into the dam while we can. I really don't want to be forced to cross that ledge there in the dark. That would be pretty bad. I've only ever crossed this once before, and it was pretty nerve-wracking. So I'm going to take this very, very nice and slow. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna crouch the whole way. I think that's what I did last time. Yeah. So back to what I was saying about sniffing, being sniffy. I have this kind of well, let's just put it this way. If I'm very, very busy and maybe stressed, and then I relax and I get some good sleep, I have this thing that myself and my wife call crashing. So what happens is, like last week, for example, I worked a lot and it was quite stressful, very, very busy, quite a lot of pressure. And the last 3-4 nights, I was sort of thinking about work, so I was a bit restless when I was sleeping, so I didn't sleep too well. And it's now Sunday, so I've had all of yesterday to recover, and we had quite a relaxing time. And today's nice and relaxing too. And it's almost like when you relax, when you kind of wind down. I go through this thing called crashing, and it's you kind of, the way I experience it is you feel more tired than usual, and you kind of feel like you're almost getting a bit of a cold. So, the way I see it is that your body is telling you to, basically you feel more tired, you feel a bit more cold, you have to wear a bit more clothing, and this is your body basically recovering. So I'm just going to show you. So you can't get back in here. So that's what I have at the moment. I'm feeling pretty tired. Right, here we go. So here's our ledge. I'm very tired and everything. Let's I guess we don't need to worry about food and whatever. We just need to get inside while we still can. So I'm going to crouch, because I want to make sure we go nice and slow here. And I'm really going to hug the edge of this ledge, because one slip and we are done. So I'm just going to make sure I don't muck it up. If I go normal speed, I don't trust myself to really stick to the edge. I can see a deer carcass on the other side. Slightly unrealistic. I mean, how on earth would a deer ever get there in the first place? But whatever. Very cool for us, because it means we can get a few more feathers. And also that deer hide and the guts, which is fantastic. Once we're over on the other side, we're not going to need to worry about it being dark, because we'll be safe by then. So you've got to watch this bit. There's this crack where it's fallen away. I remember the first time I did this, and I was playing by myself, and it was dark, and I think it was actually, could have been nighttime when I was playing as well, and I was so nervous crossing here. I think it was one of my first successful playthroughs as well. So I was very, very concerned about actually losing my character. A bit more blasé about it now. I've played quite a few games. But yeah, we're nearly there. So once we get on the other side, we have achieved our main series goal. I think we're going to be able to craft quite a lot of clothing, actually. Now that I think about it, we're going to have enough wolf pelts. I think we should, either we do, or we're only going to be one short of having enough deer hides to do both the boots and the deerskin pants. And I think it's 2 rabbit skins for mittens. It may be 3. I think it's 2. So we might be able to completely change this ledge is a bit wider, so I can stand up here. So we should be able to actually do almost all, if not all, of our clothing. Right, so that's where we get in up there. I'm just going to check the area here, just in case we're missing something good. It's quite dark, isn't it? So we've got only 2 hours of daylight left. This is a one-way track, obviously, so This is the only way back into the dam from this side. Yeah. So I'm going to take that. Should we take the meat as well? We may as well. I suppose we are quite safe here. It's completely frozen. Only takes 10 minutes. Let's take that. May as well. And then I don't mind using a little bit of fuel to get back in here. We are home. I'm going to collect everything now. Take that metal. Take that metal. Wood. Excellent. Now where is the actual entrance? Here it is. Here we go. Nice handy thing to click on. And we are home. Ha 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 ha. We made it. Oh, that's satisfying. That is satisfying. We are back. Let's do it. Let's go check everything that we've cured. I missed this. Wow, look at that. Completely missed that. Let's go check everything we've cured. Let's go revel in our success. I can't remember if we have tools back at the workbench or not, so I'll just take these. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're not taking those. Yeah, there's nothing else I've missed. See how slow we are with 46, nearly 47 kilos. So, this is very much we're beasts of burden. $47 kilos to carry on a backpack is extremely heavy. If I go hiking, I usually take about 20 is usually the max, the limit. Did I leave that there? I must have left that there. I don't know why I'd leave a knife in the middle of the floor like that, but unless somebody's been in here. Oh. Imagine if you saw another character now, if it suddenly turned into a horror game. It would scare the living crap out of me. So I must have left that. I left this lantern there because it's completely empty. I really have no use for it. I'll just leave it there. I have more than enough lanterns. I just used it to get to that door before I left because there was some fuel in it. So I'd use the fuel. What condition is that meat in actually? 53, okay, that's fine. Cooking meat adds 50% condition to it, so I don't really need to worry about the condition of that. The only thing the dam lacks, and it's a pain in the ass, is a bed, somewhere to sleep. Because it does mean that you have to use your bedroll, and eventually I'm just picking these up because I'm going to take everything upstairs. I'm going to use the upstairs area. I'm going to drop all our wood here. Drop our wood, I'll drop our reclaimed wood. And drop our coal that we picked up. Didn't end up actually needing any of it. Okay, look at this, we've got plenty of pelts here. So pretty tired, hungry and all that, but nothing. Actually, I'll leave the meat down here because we can't cook it upstairs. So I'll just drop that. Just drop that there. We're gonna have to do some water soon. We've only got a single litre. So we'll need to come back down here. I want to go back upstairs, drop our stuff, rearrange it a little bit. This is going to be maybe a little bit of organisation. We'll craft our bow and arrows. To do that, we're going to need water. So we're going to have a bit of a crafting / cooking session. And what I might do is I might just pause it for you, so you don't need to watch me doing all that stuff. And then I can edit it all back together in post-production. So these are all cured. Everything here is cured. Excellent. That's just what we need. This is going to be good. It's going to be very good. So let's drop all our pelts. Oh, we've got tons. Tons and tons. Yes, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to do all this boring stuff for us. I'm going to do some rearranging and whatnot. For you, this won't be any time at all because I'll splice it together, but I'll take 10-15 minutes and just do this now. So, I'm going to pause it here. So, that took absolutely ages. Absolutely ages, but we've done it. I've just done the bow and arrows for the moment. Okay, so it's not cold at all. I'll just show you. We have a 100% bow and we have 16 arrows. 16 arrows, more than enough. I've also crafted 2 more snares, sorry. So, I've checked all the actual materials we need. We need 4 rabbit skins for the gloves, so I'm going to have to... That's why I made the snares. So we only have 2 rabbit skins. So I'm going to go set those up first, because that's more of a waiting game. And then, in terms of hides, we haven't got enough hides either. So we need... how many do we have? We need 1 more wolf pelt, and I think we need 2 more deer pelts, deer hides. So I'm going to do the... Actually, let's go this way. So I'm going to set the... don't know if you'll remember, but we've been there before. I'm going to set the... let's just check. I can still start the torch. I'm going to... oh crap! Oh shit! It's too windy. Oh, I'm going to have to do this. I want his pelt, so I don't mind wasting a flare. That's okay. It was too windy to light a torch. I don't know if you saw that. But I want to get him right in the head, just like that. So we can leave that. Let's get that on the way back. We've started this flare already, so let's see if we can't take down another wolf while we're out here. We really could do with finding a deer and herding it towards a wolf. And there is sometimes a deer around here. There it is. Problem is we need a wolf to herd it towards, don't we? So I need to get around the left of this deer. That's it. So it's going the right way. We want to herd it up and towards the train tracks. Except for the train tracks, pretty much guaranteed to find a wolf. Nah, it's going the wrong way. Okay, I'm just going to leave that. That deer's gone off in the wrong direction and it's too far. And honestly, I just find the noise of the flare too annoying. So I'm going to leave it. I am absolutely not above scavenging hides if we come across them. So we're nice and warm. I've also cooked up loads of water. Yeah, and we've started getting into our slightly better food now, so it's at this point that, you know, that wolf, we're going to take everything from it now. So we'll take the guts, we'll take the hide, we'll take all the meat. It's at this sort of stage of the game where you need to start using renewable resources. We've got 5 hours of daylight, so we should be okay. I really just want to get around to... You remember where we picked up those saplings before? Near there, there's that hunting hut. I'm going to set up the snares there. Set 3 of them up, we should be able to come back and get at least the 2 rabbit skin pelts that we need. And then it's all about hunting. So I'll make sure the weather's not too windy, and then I'll use our torches. I'll herd the deer towards the wolves. And then try to take both of them at the same time. And after that, there's really only one stage of the game left that's worth doing, and that's taking down bears. And that's where the real challenge comes. Taking on bears with bows and arrows and seeing if we can actually take them down or not. And that might take a little bit more thought. So I'm not sure about that yet, or do we switch to the rifle and go on a bit of a rampage, take down the bears that way? This is going to be the last episode I do today, so I'm going to upload all of these over the next 2 weeks, and I'm really going to wait to continue this series until I've published this episode, and I want to hear what you think. I want you to decide. Let me know in the comments, do we use the bows and arrows only? Do we stick to the no gun rule? Or do we switch to the guns for the bears for the final stage? I will let you tell me what you want to see, and we'll play it that way. So here we go. This is where the rabbit should be, I think. Or actually, it may be further back from here. Yes, okay. So this is where we got the saplings, I remember now. And then we need to go back in this direction. And then we're going to come across that hunting hut and the rabbits. So that'll be where we set our snares up. And then I'll try and take down one more deer. And I'll probably leave it at that. Oh, there's a deer there. I wonder if... It's very, very hard to take a deer down without having a wolf involved. But let's have a try. And the way to do it is you have to crouch. You have to wait for the deer to come to you. And you have to stand up and shoot the deer in the head. Because I can't fire while I'm crouching, so I have to be really quick about this. Stand up and shoot. Ah, you see? It's too difficult to hit a deer that's moving. And they're very, very quick. We'll come back to that. So here's our rabbit. Let's drop our snares here. It sounds much worse than it is. So, 1, go there. 2, put it here. And this third one, put it there. And that should be enough to guarantee at least one pelt, I imagine. Okay, let's head back. Let's see if we can find that deer that we just had a go at. Let's see if we can't herd it towards one of the wolves. And then take its meat, take its hide. And then I'll probably stop. I may do a little, if there are boring things to do like cooking meat, I'll do that so I'm not wasting time in the series. I'll try and keep the best bits for recording. So I think we're more or less coming up to about half an hour now too. The only problem I guess with taking a deer and a wolf down now is that we'd have to use another flare unless that last one hasn't gone out yet. Where did I drop it? Threw it somewhere. Yeah, it's gone out already. Let's just see if we can't herd this deer in the right direction. So we want it to run between the gap in these rocks, which is a little bit tricky. Because the deer tend to bounce off things. Oh, you're going completely the wrong way. Ah! Oh, crap. I nearly had it. But I didn't manage to stretch my bow out enough. I'm going to try that again. Actually, with that wolf that we just killed, we should have enough for our wolfskin coat. So it's really just the deer that we need now. Let's try that again. So he's actually heading the right direction. Or I wonder, do we risk it? Do we, if the deer's been taken down by a wolf, do we risk trying to take down that wolf without the protection of a torch? Let's have another try. Ooh, we hit it. We hurt it. In theory, that should be enough to kill it. Where's it gone? Let's follow this blood trail. That should be enough. Seems to be bleeding pretty badly. Where is it? And when it's injured, of course, it should be slower. Here it comes. See if we can't hit it. Oh, we're gonna miss it. Aye, that was close. Wait, crap. Ah, way off. Just gotta make sure we don't lose any of these arrows. They're so precious. We're still okay in terms of stats. Still got lots of energy and everything. We're so close to home. And this thing, of course, is running hard and tiring itself out. There it goes. It's coming back. Do we have another chance? Oh, crap. Nah. Too hard to hit. I don't want to waste these arrows. There it is. Ah, it died. Oh, fantastic. I think we've done it. We're still warm enough. With 3 hours of daylight, I think we may be able to harvest the lot. We're so close to home that I'm not too worried. Let's get everything. Whoa. Let's get this first. 8 kilos of meat. How long is that going to take? An hour and 4. That's actually okay. This is our food for a long time. A few days. So it's still only 1 degree. We're okay. Just gonna have a quick drink and a snack. I don't mind it becoming dark as long as it's not too cold. It's 1 degree right now. Worst case scenario, we can always come back out for that wolf meat tomorrow, can't we? Pretty heavy. So, I mean, I'm fairly happy with that. I mean, I find it pretty hard to kill deer on the run in general. They're fairly quick and the bow is pretty inaccurate, so I think that worked out okay. I'm going to harvest this wolf and let's just see what the temperature does. If it gets really bad, we'll just have to come back out tomorrow, and I think I'll probably stop this episode before that happens. Because once I've got the guts and hide from this thing, the meat I can always come back out for. Temperature's -1. I think we can actually do it. I only go for... it's a whole hour. I tend to only go for whole kilos if we have more than enough. We got it. That was a good run. So we set up our snares. We have... how many is that? 1, 2, 3... 10 kilos of meat now. And we took no damage. That, to me, is a win. And I'm just gonna check now that we do have enough pelts, deer hides, and wolfskins to make the clothes. And then I'll stop this episode, and yeah, we'll continue after you've told me what to do next, how you want me to play out the rest of this series. I did bring the rifle back, of course, so there is a rifle in the dam. If you want me to continue with bullets and take down every bear there is, every bear we come across, we can do that. You'll have to let me know. Okay. Now I have my spare... where's my... I have a spare lantern, that's it. I need to just use the fuel in this thing. I'm going to try and be efficient and... so here we go, here's our rifle, there's our other bow, which is in bad condition, and look at this. 72 rounds we have. So we could go on an utter rampage if we wanted to. Let's just check on the skin situation. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. Deer hides. That is enough for everything. We have 3 wolf pelts. Let's just line that up. Get my OCD in order. I'm just going to double check here. So, deerskin pants 3, wolfskin is 4. Okay, so I need 1 more wolf. We have enough for the deerskin boots. We have enough for the deerskin boots and pants. Okay, so we have loads of guns. Let's just... so we just need 1 more wolfskin, and the rabbit pelts really shouldn't be a problem anymore. We're going to have no shortage of arrows. Cool. I'm gonna have a little sleep downstairs. Just swapping out my storm lanterns here. Excuse me. Can't see now. Bugger. Okay, scrap that. So I'm trying to have these two lanterns. I'm trying to use the lanterns instead of the one that I'm actually carrying, the one I take outside. Those two there just have spare fuel. So, let's go downstairs. I'm going to have a sleep. I'm going to cook up 10 kilos of meat and maybe a bit more water. And I think that's it for now. I think we're done. Yes, indeed. And then I'm going to have to start thinking about more wood and all that kind of stuff. But for now, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. I think it's been a good little series so far. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just going to save it now, so I'll do a single hour. And that's it. If you really enjoyed this, again, as always, do consider support me on Patreon. Otherwise, thank you very much, and I will see you.